Hello you Pixel people, I am Pixel and welcome to another episode of First Boot. In this episode we are going to be taking a look at The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. This is effectively a HD remake of the original Binding of Isaac, but there is an awful lot more content on top of it. There's a few more options, it looks a little bit different, it plays basically the same, but it's a game that I really enjoyed, so I thought that what I would do is get Rebirth and give you guys first impressions. I've played a little bit of it up till now, so it's not completely first impressions, but it's basically mostly first impressions. I haven't played all that much of it, to be honest. What we're going to do first is check the options menu, because there's something a little bit different. The original Binding of Isaac was built almost completely in Flash, I believe, which meant that all the outlines of the characters and the environments had that very Flash kind of vector looking graphics, where I believe this version's using a OpenGL engine, which means that it's actually using more pixelated graphics, and there is an option in the options menu called filter, which allows you to kind of smooth those out a little bit. Personally, I think it makes it look a little bit blurry, so I prefer to keep the actual filter off, but it is something that we may switch off and switch back on again during gameplay, just so you can see the difference if you were a bigger fan of the original aesthetic of those nice, thick, broad brushstroke kind of lines. Apart from that, sound effects, music, map opacity, full screen, filter, gamma, and pop-ups. Pop-ups are basically tells you when you've done a challenge, and bits and bats like that. I've got the music and sound effects quite low. I hope that you'll be able to hear them in game while I'm playing, but if not, I do apologise. The music is mostly the same as the original Binding of Isaac. I think there may be a bit more high quality in there, but I couldn't really tell you. So you've also got your challenge menu, which is the standard kind of challenges that you had in the original Binding of Isaac. You can see the stats, 42 deaths, lots of items, secrets, blah 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 blah. It sounds like I've played a lot. I've probably played for a day of around 8 hours just messing around. And because the game requires you to unlock so much stuff, that is why I have basically gone through and done so much playing beforehand. Otherwise we'd have a very basic loadout that you could see at the start. So we're going to jump straight into it now, and we'll start a new game. As you can see, you can select your characters like you could do previously. I think there is a couple more. Eden's a new one. I've got 2 Eden unlock tokens, and Eden's really interesting because Eden is basically a randomized character. As in, you don't know how much health she's going to have, or he's going to have, or how much speed or damage. You don't even know what items are going to start off with. So it's an interesting one, and we may have a quick look at that later. Azazelia, I can't pronounce it. I've watched people on Twitch trying to pronounce it. Azalea. Azil. I'm going to call it Azil. Azelia. Azil. Yeah, that'll do. And you got your traditional Isaac and the rest of the characters that you would probably recognize. Azil is one of the easiest characters in the game, so if we fail as Isaac early on, we may come back and play as Azil. Or maybe take a... Actually, should we take a risk as Eden right at the start? I think maybe we should do. And by pressing up and down, we have the option of difficulty, normal and hard. Hard is a fair bit more difficult, so in an effort to try and show you as much as possible, I'm going to stick it on normal. I do believe that you do miss out on certain bosses and certain bits and bats by having it on normal, but I'm not 100% certain on that. And one thing that is different, you can now press tab and input a seed. This only works if you know the seed. It's not like Minecraft where you can put in any combination of letters and numbers and get something done. You need to actually know your seed, and I'll show you that when we get in game. So I'll start off as Eden. We boot in, and I'm flying, which is a really good start. Normal things, if we press escape, we can have a quick look. So I'm quite fast. I've got very low speed of shots. Damage is quite low. It's actually quite standard, to be honest, but overall it's not a great thing. And as you can see in the top left hand side, we have the seed, and that means that if you input that seed and plays this character, you will get this world exactly, because the worlds, well, I say the worlds, the basements and the undergrounds that you actually play the game in are procedurally generated, so they're very different each time, and you have no idea what enemies you're going to be facing and what items you're going to be getting. The seeds kind of get rid of that. So there's some pros and cons to that in my opinion, but what we'll do first off is start off by having a quick look at our movement. So we can 8-directional movement using W, A, S, and D. You can shoot in 4 directions. If you play the original Binding of Isaac, you'll know what this is all about. You can place bombs, you can use an item, like I've got a horse item. I'm going to press it now just to see what it does. Actually no, I'll do it on the boss room because I'm assuming the boss room is going to be pretty soon. And what we're going to do now is basically try and just get to the boss room. One of the strange things about the Binding of Isaac really is the story is pretty dark. The idea is that you are Isaac, a little child, and his mother is having a little bit of a breakdown. She's very religious and she believes that God is telling her to sacrifice Isaac because he's going to turn out to be evil. So she comes into your room with a big butcher's knife and chases you, and you jump into the basement effectively and you try and hide. And this is where you are now. So you're trying to run away from your mother who is trying to kill you. Joy of joys, right? So I just picked up a golden key, which means that all the doors in this level are completely unlocked now. And if you have a look at these rocks here where I'm flying around, you'll see one which is a different colour. The different colour ones mean that they contain items. So I'm just going to place this here, blow up that rock. And because I've got the golden key, I'll be able to pick that. And this will give me the cards go into the bottom right of the screen. You can see the Hierophant, whatever it is. I'll use that. They'll give me 2 soul hearts. The grey hearts are hearts that once you've lost are gone completely. You'll never get them back. And the red hearts are ones that I can get again by picking up hearts on the ground. Now, I have no idea what this item is going to be. I believe it's a star sign. I can't remember which one it is. But by collecting this is like basically the gold rooms that you see here. You can see on the mini-map. Actually, if I press tab, you can see it's very transparent in the top right. And you can see the time in the center. And the one with the crown, effectively the gold room, is where you'll always get a decent item. Well, I say a decent item. Virgo, I feel refreshed. And did it do anything? I don't believe that did absolutely anything. That is a horrible item, really. Not actually, I can show this white horse now because these batteries recharge my item, which you can see in the top left, and it's got that green bar next to it. Each one of those little green chunks is a room that I need to clear before I get one of those chunks back. Or I can use these batteries, or you get some items which make it recharge faster. So if I press space, I can use the item. And it does that. So it'll zoom me across the map. I'm assuming I do damage. And it'll bring down the angel light strikes kind of thing. So I just need to clear a couple more rooms, and we'll go and fight the first boss. This is one thing which is also very different in the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. As you can see, we're in a much larger room than what we used to be able to be in within Binding of Isaac. In the Binding of Isaac, it was all limited to the one-screen rooms. And in Rebirth, that's not the case. You can actually fight lots of enemies in big areas. And it kind of really opens up the game a little bit. I'm not 100% certain if I think it's like an amazing change. Like some of these rooms can be highly frustrating and they can feel like they're taking ages. And you gotta, especially if you've got low movement speed and you've got to run around looking for where that last enemy is. In that case, it's far from perfect. But overall, a bit more diversity and always a good thing, right? So I'm also trying to keep an eye out to how the map has been structured, because I'm assuming actually there will be a secret room here. And the reason why I know this is if I press tab, you can see in the top right, any area where it's like a horseshoe shape and you can get into a room at all sides, there's a good chance it's going to be a secret room there. So if I plant the bomb here, bang, yes, there was a secret room. And in here, I get 2 bombs. I got my bomb back at least, but that's a pretty poor secret room. So let's just wander off towards the boss. You don't want to spend too much time. The reason why that red flame looks a little bit different is because it can fire at you. And if you're not paying attention, it'll catch you out. And you'll be just giving away health for nothing. The reason why I'm shooting these flames out is because you can get items. And there's a darker rock. So let's get some more hearts. Oh. 2 of clubs, item multiplier. This is something that you'll save till later. Basically, your items are your bombs. Which means that if I get like 10, I press Q now and I'll get 20. Which is cool, right? Okay, so I don't need to, I'll skip it. Forget it. Okay, so we're going to fight this boss, which is Widow. And the bosses are very like retro inspired. The idea, it's almost, I'll tell you what this game is very much like. It's like Zelda. It's like a dungeon in Zelda, which is randomly generated, and the items are pretty crazy roguelike affair. So if you're a fan of Zelda, I think that you'd actually almost guaranteed to like this game, really. If you can get over how creepy the story can be, to be honest. But, yeah. Let's just finish it off with a big move. Oh, it didn't work. Big move. There we go. Dang it, spiders. Oh, I didn't even realize that was still there. Them little white things are spawning spiders, so let's not take silly amounts of damage like that. I am playing pretty bad. So after you fight a boss, you get an item. This item is damage and range up, so the T's are a little bit bigger, a little bit slower as well, I feel. But yeah, they go a little bit further and do a little bit more damage. You can actually see that reflected on the pause menu. You can see the sword icon. It's got an extra pip there, which is basically telling me that, yep, that's all good. Normally, if I was playing on my own, I'd actually go back now and start searching for secrets and stuff like that. But because we're trying to just make some progress and see as much as we can in as short period of time as possible, I'm going to continue. Now, if you have played the original Binding of Isaac at all, one thing you'll notice is that Binding of Isaac was at 30 FPS. It was locked at 30 FPS. And it felt fine. I'm not saying it felt bad at all. It was fine. Binding of Isaac Rebirth is at 60 FPS. And what this actually ends up doing is making the game feel an awful lot faster, even though I'm not certain that it is any faster whatsoever. Oh, come on. So I've got a unicorn horn, which turns me into a temporary badass. Because I can already fly, it's probably the better item to take. However, on this run, I could really do with some more basic damage up. Oh no, I can't fly without that thing. Okay, no. So I need this back. As you can see, when I can't fly, I'm just crashing into everything. Give me the white pony, and I fly. That's going to keep me using the white pony for a while, I fear. So we might not have any cool items. Damage resistance item, which was kind of lucky to find. Let's just kill as much as we can. The new purple flies in this game fly in formation. If you've got a quite weak system, I will point out that the purple flies and the big rooms do kind of lag a little bit. It's kind of a lot more resource intensive than what you may originally assume. Okay. Come on. Alright, the key's decent. Could really do with a couple more keys before using the 2 of clubs, but I also want to go into a couple of rooms and I don't want to leave myself without a key, so this is where it gets kind of interesting. So let's press time and get that timer off the screen. Because I want to go up there, but I've only got 2 keys. I could duplicate that to 4 keys now, or I could take the risk and hope that I get more keys later. I don't know. We'll just do the key last, maybe. See what else we get in this room. Well, not in this room, on this level, should I say. No, you're not sneaky. Actually, or does it only multiply bombs? If it only multiplies bombs, then I don't. Nah, forget, we're going in. So I've never actually got the BFF, Best Friends Forever. I'm assuming it is. Well, that's 15 coins, and I've only got 8. So maybe if I can find some more coins in this map, then that'll be all good. Okay, so I'm assuming that there's going to be something here. Just checking through now. I can get to here at all times. It's going to require a bomb. Ah, forget it. 3 more coins. So I still need 4 before I can get an item that I've never got before, which will be cool. But unfortunately, it's like we're going to fight the boss now. Quickly check these turds. It's amazing what you can find in poop nowadays. People have not been looking after their children whatsoever. I just realised that that's a dark rock here. I should have maybe used the bombs on that. Okay, so we used our ability straight off the bat to get a little bit of damage on this. This Monstro's a little bit darker than the standard Monstro, so I'm guessing that he is buffed in some way. Like he's got a blue sheen over him. I don't know what that means. Maybe I should read some more, but you unlocked something. I didn't catch it. Speed up and size down. Oh, and I got a pill, which was I found pills, which doesn't actually do anything apart from make you look a little bit stupid. Right, so this devil room opened. If I go in here, I will be offered temporary demon form. But it's an item. I've already got a decent item. That would allow me to fly once. No, it doesn't even let you allow. It doesn't even allow you to fly, to be honest. So, no, I will stick with what I've got. Okay, so what happens if I use 2 clubs now? Okay, that gave me 2 bombs. Let's use one here and see if it gives me a 5 coin. And it wasn't a dark blooming thing. Never mind. So yeah, as you can see, those little cutscenes in between, they're not really cutscenes, but those little loading screens, just make you realise how bad Isaac's life is. I mean, he was just getting pooped on. Be useful, thank you. The reason why we're seeing be useful is this stone thing here. It's basically a treasure chest which you need to open with a bomb. And the red ones can be good or bad items. And the first one we got a bomb which followed us, so we used that to blow up the chest. Just kind of make... I just brain farted so bad. Come on. Come on. Oh, how am I missing? So the world card will reveal the whole world. I've just used it so we can see on the tab menu that we know where even one of the secrets are. We don't know what the super secret room is. The super secret room is hard to find because, well, obviously it's super secret. And apart from that, the way that it actually works is it can only be adjacent to one wall. Which means on some maps which are quite complicated, it's easy to find actually. But on some simple maps with lots of corridors, then you end up with the problem that it could be at one of 50 different doors. 50 different walls. You've got no way of really testing it. Come on. My tiers are moving so slow, it's making shooting these kind of things a little bit more difficult than what they normally be. These are like the easy enemies, really. So I can shoot this thing, it wants to shoot me, and it missed because I luckily avoided it. Okay, so this leech does a lot of damage. Again, it's not the kind of item that I'm really looking for. I think it's a grub infestation. Oh no, it's not. This is not what I thought it was. I think this is every time I kill something, or it might be, unfortunately, every time I get hit, it'll spawn a fly, which will be up for me, which would be cool. I hope it's not every time I get hit. Alright, so I don't know what this is. I do know what the coin purse is. I really want to see what this is. So we're going to look for 4 more coins. I'm guessing there's actually going to be some... these are literally ripped directly out of Zelda. Except they're pretty difficult. So it's every time I get hit with infestation because it spawned one when I got hit, which is unfortunate. Come on, give me some coins. Give me some coins. Dang it. I will take that. So there's a coin there. Just not a lot still. Now technically, because I said, like I said before, the super secret room is going to be adjacent to only one. There's a possibility it's here. And I'm just going to take that risk. And I was wrong. So because I can fly, I can just literally stay off the actual floor. Just makes these spiders not that effective against me. Well, not effective at all. They can't hit me. But it's not perfect. Come on. Come on. I want you to die, please. I hate spiders. I hate spiders. Just... Okay, so this is an interesting room that we're about to go in. I don't know if I'd... Well, I would go in. I don't know if I'd take from a standard chest right now. I suppose I do need bombs. But as soon as, like, as you can see, I can come in and out of this door. It's a door with two swords crossed on it. If I open this chest, I'm going to get into an arena battle. Like so. And now, I've got to fight 3 waves of enemies. Which is... I shouldn't be getting hit from, to be honest. These are quite easy. These are a little bit more difficult, because when they actually shoot, they do the circle thing. Come on. 1 left. 1 left. Oh, I stopped firing. I'm an idiot. Die. And this is basically a light version of one of the bosses. Unfortunately, I think it looks a lot uglier than a boss called Larry Jr., which we'll more than likely see in this run if we continue. 60 FPS does make it look interesting though. So we got a key, a heart, and we managed to reach our 15 coins. We're going to go straight back to that shop so that we don't have to come back this way again. We'll get our item. Please don't be a usable item. Oh, extra card room. Which means I can actually carry 2 cards. I've just got a Joker card as well, which will take me to the devil, who will either offer me a deal or try to kill me. So the options aren't great. But we'll see what it wants to offer me in a minute. Just want to get to the boss first. We're almost at. Ouch. See, if I was playing properly, should I say, I wouldn't be standing where them spiders could hit me. It's just I'm just trying to zoom through this as fast as possible so we get to see as much as possible without making you guys wait for absolutely ages while I just stay at a safe distance all the time. Come on. My damage is so low. Which is fine. It's not causing me masses of issues. It's just time. I suppose that's one of my biggest frustrations with the Binding of Isaac in general. Is some runs you can just have like all the luck in the world. Okay, so it can't be here. Wait, we might know where the secret room is. You can have all the luck in the world and complete it all really quickly. And the next time can take you absolutely ages. So it can't be any of these, which tells me that it should technically be here, but it can't be because it'll never do it where you can't get to. So unless, I didn't know you could do this in secret rooms, but no, I have no idea. Anyway, let's go and fight that boss. Pestilence. It's one of the harder bosses. Well, I say harder. One of the hardest when you haven't got any damage to do. But actually, I'd say that, but because I can fly, it's actually a lot easier. Because normally that green flashy stuff on the ground I couldn't step on. And it'll end up like keeping you locked into an area where eventually it'll just drop a bomb on your head. Ouch. I just backed into that. I said ouch before it even got close to landing as well. Shows how bad I am. There we go. And we got a block of meat for our troubles. Gotta meet them all. The block of meat is actually kind of a funny item, because if you collect 3 of those, you actually end up with a Super Meat Boy character right next to you who will fight with you. It's kind of cool. Okay, so we're on the 3rd floor. Oh, I hate these things. They're so fast and they spit. Alright, let's just escape. Okay, so I can fly already, but I'm wanting to get the Antichrist symbol. Actually, that's going to take 2 permanent hearts away. 2 hearts that I'm not going to get back unless obviously I get items to get them back. Sister Maggie and a shovel. The shovel allows you to skip a floor, which is cool, but it's only cool if you've got a really powerful run so far and you just want to get to the end. I'm really tempted to take this. I've done it. Lord of the Pit, Demon Wings. It now means at least... Ouch. Why did it put me next to it? At least now I can, if I survive this room, which is not certain, I can get rid of this item. I can get a better item, if I find a better item. Realistically, I shouldn't have maybe done that. It's a little bit silly, so I'm going to have to play a little bit lame. Still got no damage. Just look how long it's taken to kill these things. Come on. This is where the game gets kind of frustrating and boring, especially when you're playing on your own. One sec, guys, just going to move the mic a little bit. That probably sounded awful to you, but oops. So yeah, this is where the game gets kind of frustrating, because we know what I'm trying to do. We know what I have to do. And we can do it, just slowly. If this was my personal run now, and I wasn't playing for a video, I would have quit. I would have just decided to restart and re-roll, because I know that if I'm doing this little damage right now, the chance of me doing a lot of damage by the time I need a lot of damage is kind of low. And it's not about not being able to complete kind of thing. It is purely about completing in a decent time. Come on. So, he's dead. So we've got another item. Oh, justice. I have no idea what that is. I think it was one of everything. So the Anarchist Cookbook basically just cooks lots of bombs and drops them everywhere, like so. But obviously I can't keep using that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stop running into me. This room would be hell without wings. It's gonna be hell with wings. That's why everything's just hell without damage. Okay. Checked. Here, and down. Oh, come on. I could die in this room just by accident. If one of these things explode next to me, it's game over. That guy throws a single bone at me, it's game over. I'm trying to be smart. There we go. Let's destroy one of these and this one. Come on. Come on. I really need a heart. So bad. I shouldn't have got this scary wing stuff. I should have just stuck with what I had. Basically costing myself games here. Dang it, son. Stop with the bones. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Wow. This is getting intense and very close. It's very likely I'm going to die in the next room. Oh, not to a flame, I'm not going to. Alright, this room, maybe. Let's just play dangerous. one way of doing it, right? Oh, we can get a heart for free. See, at the same time as when I was complaining, this is also when it gets kind of interesting. I mean, we are skating on the edge of death. I'm about to fight a boss with 2 hearts and no damage. It's kind of an intense feeling that you don't get often in video games, where it's like, I know I can do well if I can just survive these next 2 rooms. It's that feeling that you get when you just need to get over that initial hump and you know you're going to be fine. But I have no idea what this is. Please be good. Cursed charge shots? Oh, you're joking. I've got to charge up shots now. Dang it. That was such a bad pickup. I've got to charge, so I'm firing slow, and it does no damage. It does a little bit of damage at least, but... Stay away. Troll bomb. Could be a secret room here. I'm literally desperate right now. So desperate. Could be a secret room here. Dang it. So yeah, we're gonna have to go and fight the boss. 2 hearts and no attack damage. And one of the hardest bosses. Oh? What was that? Maybe I should take this back. Oh, but I need to do a room. I need to do a room so badly. Oh, double key room. Please save me. This could save me. This is a reroll on my character. What? Or it's not a reroll on my character. It's a get out of dodge. This is not okay. This machine here will take my blood and turn it into coins. This guy will gamble, and this guy is a beggar who may give me a nice item, which I could really do with. Box of stuff. So we got a nice cartridge, 2 cards, bombs, key, the hermit. So let's just gamble with this guy for a couple of seconds. So we're just going to need to keep. Let's just spend. Oh, I'm taking too many risks. We're just desperate for items now, guys. Right, let's just kill this guy. Don't like him. Oh, he was rich. We need some hearts, desperately. Unfortunately, this takes a little bit longer than what it really should do. It'd be nice if you could just do it so much faster. So I'm just going to blow these up, actually. We'll get 1 heart back. 2 keys. Let's see if he's going to give us something nice. No, he's not. I've got no bombs to blow him up, but I'll take your keys though, sir. Really do with some bombs though. Bombs mine. Thank you, and good night. If you use them for long enough, sometimes you get something really cool. Unfortunately, that time got nothing of worth. Oh my god, this I just do no damage. So actually, what we're going to do quickly is we're going to leave that. That's going to take far too long. We're going to go to a new run and we're going to have a quick look at Azel, or what you call him, Azel. So what you'll notice is from the very start I'm flying pretty fast. I just got a shot speed up and a speed up. And I've got this little laser which just totally wrecks faces. So as a quick contrast of how this is, oh, it's perfect. Same character, done. Made nothing stand in my way, so I've got a chariot. We're just going to zoom through the first 2 levels really quickly. Fly so I can get all the items. Oh, look at all them flies. Oh, what flies are they? Yeah, good point. They've gone. Done. We go down here. Now, some people say this character is broken. I kind of agree. It's definitely the easiest. I can actually do this quite consistently on the hard mode. And the disadvantage is he's got no solid hearts at the start. So, you got to be careful. I've got 4 hearts now, which is fine. Let's just use that. Hello. Can you please die, sir? Please die, sir. That was the card, the chariot. Turns me into a little bit of a beast. And let's charge up these shots. GG. Ball of bandages, which is actually, you know, Super Meat Boy, there's the girl that you're trying to save. Yep, you get 3 of these, you get the girl. Let's go a little bit further. We're actually after a key. I want to quickly zoom through just to show you how easy this game can be. Kind of ridiculous, really. Health up, so there we've got our first start. Might as well just take some damage, die, everything, please, thank you. Key, go to the secret item room. Not the secret, the special item room, I should call it, really. It's we've got a double shot buddy, which is a little ghost which will follow us around, which fires double shots. Up above, could do with 2 more keys, preferably. Give me 2 keys. No, I'll take your heart though. This is a pit room which does damage to me, but if you keep doing damage to yourself, you can get some items. I really shouldn't have done that, but whoops. Secret room, please. Oh, dang it! I think I blew the bomb away. Right, we'll fight this boss. I'm gonna actually end the video any second now, guys. In conclusion, I think The Binding of Isaac is one of those games where you can find yourself getting very addicted to. The gameplay is kind of unique each time. It doesn't always feel like you're playing the same game. The issue is, with Rebirth, for me personally, is I kind of think that the original Binding of Isaac is just as good. I don't know if that will change eventually, but right now, certainly, I think that you can have just as much fun with the original Binding of Isaac and the expansion pack, which will cost you a couple of pounds or a few dollars compared to the $20 price tag of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I'm not saying that this is a bad value game, I'm just saying that the original is better value proposition. And especially now, because like one thing that hasn't happened, so I haven't mentioned it, is the Binding of Isaac Rebirth has crashed a couple of times for me. There is a bit of slowdown every now and again. There's a little bit of stutter. Stuff that wasn't really wrong with the original. Now, again, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I personally really enjoy it. I think because they've added more content as well, that you don't always get the super fun runs. That, well, you do, but you seem to have more fun runs with the original. So there we are, I'm dead, and this has been a first impressions look at the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Personally, I really enjoy it, and if you are a fan of the original and you want a little bit of extra content and stuff, then I think it's more than definitely worth the little bit of cash that you could drop down to pick it up. If you are new to the Binding of Isaac and you're not still 100% sold, I would say the game is so similar to the original that if you just want to try out the game, I would go and buy the original Binding of Isaac and the expansion pack rather than spending the extra money on Rebirth, because there are a few little design choices which I'm still not happy with. I would love to have seen a full screen mode which made the game run like the original, because actually, let's actually just show you this now. As you can see where the menu is, not the menu, the mini-map in the top right corner, that kind of covers up your screen. In the original Binding of Isaac, it was actually in a separate bar, so when you full screened you had like these borders at the side, which had have your hearts and stuff, so nothing was actually overlaid onto the screen, and I kind of preferred that a little bit better. I would kind of appreciate if maybe in an upcoming patch they had an option to actually allow that to happen, but overall guys, I'm impressed, I like it. I hope that you enjoyed it too. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to slap that subscribe button for some more PC gaming goodness. And as always, like the video if you like the video. I am Pixel, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye guys, see you later.